Hey everyone, it's George from Blockchain DXP, and today I have Mariami. Now listen guys, she's one of the leading firms from Georgia that is planning to enter into the Metaverse. Now what happened is I was just surfing through LinkedIn, and we have a common associate called as Gossip, who's the CEO of Black Lemon, which is a brilliant NFT platform. And he apparently shared or liked one of the posts, and that's when I found out about her. And I was really intrigued because when I talk about Metaverse, I do not see many use cases, but hers is one thing which immediately caught my attention. Two things what I particularly liked about Mariami is one, she has a legal experience, and second, she's entering into Metaverse. So I contacted her, I sent her a list of, and we recorded this episode. And what I really liked about this episode is that we covered quite a lot of topics. We talked about her motivation to get into the law firm. We also discussed why she moving into the Metaverse. She also shared her experience and how she got introduced to Bitcoin and how she initially dismissed it and later on tried to research it. Now, what I really liked in the episode is that she said when she's doing consultation services in the Metaverse, it's going to be completely global. So this whole notion, think global, act local, is definitely working a play. And one thing which I do admire about her is that she's an early adopter so far as Metaverse is concerned. And she might face a couple of challenges, but that's going to be a learning experience. But being an early adopter can also make you an OG. So I definitely wish a lot of success to her. One thing which really struck out for me is when I asked her what advice would she like to give to her competitors, she immediately said something really nice about her competitors. Rather than competing with them, we can work together. And this is something so critical, particularly when you're working in the cryptocurrency, blockchain, and Metaverse. Now listen guys, if you're currently in Georgia and looking for services related to, let's say, immigration, business, or civil law, definitely look her up. You can probably have a consultation maybe in the Metaverse. That'd be something unique. Now, if you're a firm in Dubai or UAE or planning to start a business and require consultation, and the consultation could be, let's say, regarding immigration, or it could be cryptocurrencies, blockchain, Metaverse, or Web3 related, definitely check it out. And towards the end of the episode, we also discussed music, and one thing which she mentioned was completely unique because the choice of music that she said is absolutely brilliant and something which I particularly like as well. Now listen guys, if you do want to contact Mariami, all the details are in the show notes below. In case you have any feedback or suggestions, please drop me an email to info@blockchaindxp.com and check out my website www.blockchaindxp.com. So check this out. Firstly, thank you so much, Mariami, for doing this. Really appreciate you taking your time and sharing your information and knowledge about yourself and about your move to set up your legal firm. Now, recently, there was also this news that yours is the first legal firm which is set up in the Metaverse. So I was definitely curious, to go ahead and talk to you about it. Now, before we kickstart today's episode, just wanted to check how have you been doing and how has your day been so far?
Hello everyone, thanks for having me on this podcast today. I'm Mariami Zaridze, founder of TLA, a boutique law firm. As a lawyer, my day is currently going well and I have had a busy but productive week with a number of meetings with clients. I'm particularly excited about the future as we are now utilizing the latest technology in the form of Metaverse Office for our virtual meetings. I'm also very positive about the current market conditions. Lately, we have seen steady growth and stability in the economy, which is always a good sign for business and individuals. So how's your day? I hope you're doing well too.
Yeah, I'm doing absolutely fantastic. And it's great that you mentioned about the crypto news because just an hour ago, I just published a report via LinkedIn and looks like we might be on the verge of crossing the $1 trillion mark once again. So you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
The last few days and the inflation numbers have been pretty good as well. Absolutely perfect on that. Now, before we discuss about your legal firm, Mariami, can you tell the listeners about yourself and how did you get into the law industry? Because when I was going through your LinkedIn profile, you have very beautifully mentioned that your grandfather was a great lawyer. And I think our listeners would be very curious to know about what inspired you to become a lawyer.
Stories about my grandfather, a great lawyer who devoted his career to serve others, fascinated me as a child. A decade later, now I hold a degree in law, passed the bar, and working full-time for my dream career. One that I have set as a goal when I was a child, and its sole purpose revolved around helping others. Of course, now everything has changed. What was previously difficult to achieve and unimaginable, and today we have made it a reality. My grandfather always believed in me and thought that I would achieve more and more. And I'm happy to say that I'm the first Metaverse office owner from my country. Today, I can accept payments in digital currency too. I can meet people face to face in the digital world and share legal advice. I'm proud to be a part of this and somehow contribute to the development of the legal world.
That is absolutely brilliant, and the fact that you're accepting cryptocurrencies. Now, based on my experience, because I do tend to do research quite a lot, but my research is limited only to the Middle East. I think you might be the first firm, so far as the legal expertise is concerned, where you're accepting cryptocurrencies, and I definitely do think that you're taking the right direction, and I do hope you're nothing but the success here, definitely. Now, but I was curious to find out, when was the first time you heard about Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies and about blockchain and NFT? When was the very first time you heard about it, and what was your reaction to it?
I was very young. There was a big news in the TV. Someone bought pieces with Bitcoin and it was considered in the society as a joke or scam. But I've always believed that anything you can imagine can happen. So I wondered if my country's currency, the Georgian lari, would disappear. I didn't know what was a fiat currency at this time, and the idea that someone wanted to change my Georgian lari seemed mysterious to me. I read about it, but it all seemed too complicated for my young mind to understand. So I stopped thinking about it. But now, years later, I have several digital wallets and I'm actively trying to invest more in this scam or a joke.
That is absolutely brilliant, yeah. And I think our listeners should know that what Mariami is talking about, there's a guy, a developer who spent 10,000 bitcoins to buy 2 pizzas, and at its all-time high, I think it was roughly around $300 million for 2 pizzas. So, yes. definitely great. What is your favorite cryptocurrencies? Do you have any particular favorite or any meme coin that you like?
I love Dogecoin. I'm fan of this meme coin.
Absolutely, yeah.
Of course, if our Bitcoin will be great, everything will be great. So I'm Bitcoin and I'm a fan of Dogecoin. I don't know why, but I...
Absolutely, yeah, because the image of Doge is pretty cute. So, yeah. And one thing what I really like that you touch base upon is about the value of I think the digital currency the currency in Georgia is called as lari, right? Lari.
Yes,
that's what
lari.
It is called. Well, I was just reading the report earlier today, and this might have just been 2 hours ago. So it looks like the Central Bank of Georgia is also on the verge of launching a central bank digital currency. So they are planning, or they at least have hopes that they'll plan to do some work so far as a digital version of the lari currency would be out. So I'm not sure. Have you heard that news at all?
I've heard about it. Also, my country is still very new in this field, but from the later newses, we're trying to, they're saying that Georgia has to be a hub for cryptocurrencies in our region. So of course, the digital currency, it will be the great step forward. So let's see. I'm trying to be up to date in this, and waiting. Also, we are waiting for new regulations in the cryptocurrency. They are trying to make it very soon, till July, I guess. Yeah, and we're waiting for some step forwards. Let's see.
As far as regulations is concerned, you definitely will be an expert. Hopefully by the time they launch it. So, I definitely do see a lot of potential for you. Now, another question that I wanted to ask is, Mariami, once you found out about cryptocurrencies, what steps did you take to learn more about cryptocurrencies and blockchain?
So, when I rediscovered cryptocurrency, it was like a light bulb went on my head. I knew that I needed to step up my game and challenge myself in new ways. I was determined to take my skills to the next level and stay ahead of the curve in the legal world. That's when I stumbled upon the incredible platform of Udemy and Financial Crime Academy. These resources have been absolutely invaluable in my journey to learn more about cryptocurrency and blockchain. I took courses like Cryptocurrency Financial Bootcamp, Cryptocurrency Trading, the Complete NFT course, and Token Economics. And let me tell you, they have played a huge role in making my business what it is today. My advice to everyone out there is to never stop learning and always be on the lookout for new opportunities. The world of cryptocurrency and blockchain is constantly evolving, and you don't want to be left behind.
Absolutely, very beautifully said. I think our listeners should know that we did speak before doing this podcast, a Zoom session, to discuss what we'll be talking in this podcast session. And you did talk about, how you took up that course. And after that talk, what I did, I actually went to my niece and I told her to go ahead and check if there are any courses, because I really want her to do the same thing, which you did, so that by the time she's only 13 years old right now. So by the time she's 15 or 16, she just gets an understanding, an educational perspective of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies.
It's very easy to access. Yeah. And also, because we don't have university degrees or we don't have some schools to learn about it, so you need to search for by yourself. And these platforms are giving you the great opportunity to learn more and find out more about this field. So, yeah, it's very good.
Definitely excellent. Now, the big question. You have set up a legal advisory firm called as Tbilisi Legal Advisory. Now, can you tell our listeners who is the team behind it? Do you offer legal advice in the world of cryptocurrencies, blockchain, Metaverse, and Web 3.0 as well?
So we are a cutting-edge business and immigration law firm that offers legal advices for entrepreneurs and employees. We are pioneers in technologies and innovation, as well as the first boutique law firm based in Georgia with a virtual office in the Metaverse. With TLA, you can say goodbye to the hassle of traditional legal consultations. No more traffic to reach the law office, no more waiting line, and no more wasting time. With our easy-to-use website, tla.g, you can book your free consultation at the time that suits you. We are smart, experienced, and innovative, and our mission is to change the outdated legal practice and bring it to the modern age.
Yeah, that is absolutely brilliant. And the fact that, you've already taken the step ahead, that just shows, your initiative and the willingness to challenge the status quo and do something which other law firms in Georgia haven't done. And I'm pretty much sure that, as listeners listen to this podcast, some of them in Dubai and UAE might also have this idea to probably start a law firm, probably dealing in cryptocurrencies and probably in the Metaverse as well. And can you tell our listeners a very brief overview of what kind of services that you offer?
This is immigration services. This is financial business services. This is founding a Metaverse or cryptocurrency company in Georgia. So for now, we are based in Georgia, but we are trying to be part of the world. So yes, for now we accept clients in Georgia, but legal advice is for everyone. Even the cryptocurrency and Metaverse has no their own country. It's for everyone. So because I'm involved in this field, I can give advice to everyone from each country. So the Metaverse office give me the better opportunity to be in this also.
If you look at it, the service is global, right, for absolutely anyone.
Yes, sure.
Absolutely. Yes. Now, we do have a common associate, and now he's the CEO of Black Lemon. Now, as I understand correctly, you did represent his company, and Black Lemon recently made headlines in Khaleej Times, which is a leading newspaper in Dubai, and the article was talking about, the 360-degree chapter that they have, and they had a Metaverse Web3 gathering, and it's so great to know that your firm was actually doing the legal advisory work for them. So can you tell the listeners, how did the process start? How was the connection made? Did you contact them, or were you contacted by them? How did that thing work?
So this is a story to tell. Rasoub, the founder of the company, contacted me. He was living in Georgia at this time and asked me for a help to register his company in Georgia. When I first started my career, they took a chance on me and gave me the opportunity to grow. And for that, I'm forever grateful. They have a class act, and I'm so lucky to have had the opportunity to work with them. I was recently at an event by Black Lemon in Dubai, and let me tell you, it was a real game changer. The company had put it on. They truly knocked it out of the park. They left no stone unturned in their preparations, and the results speak for themselves. Being a part of this journey as one of my first clients was truly an honor. We had an incredible team working together, and I'm so proud of what we've achieved. Asub is a true leader and master of his craft. I have learned so much from him, and it's been an incredible journey.
Absolutely, and I think our listeners should definitely check out Black Lemon. I've spoken to him on quite a number of occasions, and he's really a kind and really nice person to talk. And,
Yes.
I do hope that other clients in Dubai or other parts of UAE or Middle East, if they do want your legal advice, they would definitely consult with you. And what I'm going to be doing is, in the show notes, I'll go ahead and mention all of your details and all the details of your advisory firm as well. Now, Mariami, on your website, it also states that you offer consultation in the Metaverse. And this is something we very briefly touched upon a few minutes ago. And I do think that this is absolutely brilliant. What I want to find out is, how did the idea generate, and what was the thought process going on to offer consultation in the Metaverse?
So, my country, Georgia, is an extremely desirable location for business, but few people are aware of this. We are currently making the initial moves to introduce ourselves to the world. I wondered what I might do to being part of, as a representative of our tiny nation, more reachable for people from other nations. Office in the Metaverse can be easily accessible to up-to-date and interesting to those who like to think ahead. So I made a decision to replace the idea that Georgia is good but hard to go to a modern and straightforward one. So here we are now.
And that is great. And when you were saying this point, it touched base on the point that we initially started that podcast, because you did mention that your grandfather, he actually found joy in helping other people, and that is something which you picked up at a very young age. And I get this feeling listening to you that when you're doing it in the Metaverse, your whole goal is, to help other people and help businesses. So definitely a brilliant field for that. So how does the consultation work in Metaverse? Do they have to use a headset? They have to use, let's say, an augmented reality headset, virtual reality headset, or can they do it, let's say, with a mobile phone or laptop? How does that thing work?
So to be a part of our journey, individuals must have their own virtual selves, characters, and a legitimate reason to doing so. And they can utilize any advice, such as laptop, phone, or VR headset, as they usually use for their Metaverse journey.
Let's say if I have an Oculus Quest 2 headset, I could still go ahead and take consultation from you using the virtual reality headset, right?
Yes, sure. Yes, of course.
And do you have any idea which platform are you using? And is there any specific platform that you're using to do this consultation on the Metaverse?
This is the characters of Ready Player Me. And
Okay.
Yes, Ready Player Me. With this, we created the office there. So users of Ready Player Me, they all can use, they come and visit us or something when we're live, yes.
And I think what our listeners should do is, they should go to the website. And once you go to, your legal advisory firm's website, it says meet the team. And rather than having your image, you have two NFTs or avatars, right?
Instead of profile picture, we have our characters, yes. This is the character that we made for ourselves, yes, of course.
And I do feel that, moving forward, I think many, not just the law firms, but other industries, they might be replicating that as well. And one thing just pops up right in my mind right now is Emirates NBD, which is one of the leading banks in UAE. They did have a session via LinkedIn which went live. And all of the top executives, they had an avatar which was similar to yours. And they were just talking about it. And it was a bit different. But looks like, that is what the future would be. So we were expecting, the top directors to actually have their face when they were presenting. But they weren't there. It was the actual avatars. So I do feel that, you're definitely staying ahead of the curve. So if I'm a customer who's seeking legal advice, let's say, purely in Metaverse, what services can I expect from you?
So, you will probably agree that being able to get any answer at any time, anywhere, and without being required to leave your home is quite convenient for you. You might wonder why Metaverse rather than a phone call or a Google meeting, for example. That is all well and good, but occasionally we call off meetings simply because we're not prepared for the camera. You can always project confidence and perfection thanks to the Metaverse. And why not? Additionally, the Metaverse is what makes things simple to access, offers infinite opportunities, and connects people together. You can expect an easy free consultation booking process and a comfortable experience while being in the virtual firm.
That is absolutely excellent. And just 3 or 4 days ago in Dubai, just in the Emirate of Dubai, what they started is in order to apply for your visa, we can do it. It isn't actually Metaverse, but you can do it while on a video call. That is the Emirate of Dubai has just started, but I do feel
Dubai
that,
is always in the future. It's not
that
one
is
step only. It's not one step only. It's like, 100 steps
yeah, and
together.
and one thing which I noticed particularly about Dubai, I'm not sure about the other parts of the world, but the government takes a lot of initiative, and they are the ones who are leading the pack. Last year, the Dubai police they released free NFTs, so I'm not sure any other police departments in any part of the world they give out NFTs, and the NFTs were being given out for free as well. So, it's
Wow.
good to see so far as Dubai is concerned that they're doing that completely.
Free NFTs is really good for it.
Absolutely.
Yes. Yeah, sure.
Definitely. And are you planning to offer NFT as well? Because one thing which I was thinking is, let's say if you do a consultation, for the 30 minutes consultation that you offer, there is a way you can offer that as an NFT as well. Have you thought about that at all?
Yes, I've thought about it, of course, because when you are in this field, you have to give them interest or something. But for now, I have a startup. I am a lawyer. I don't know how to create NFT, but let's see. When we grow a little bit, we will have a partner who can give us the opportunity to offer our clients this kind of NFTs, for example, for free or something that can be more interesting for the future clients. So I'm free for the new opportunities. So let's see if someone can help me to do this.
Yeah, absolutely. What I'll do is, I'll definitely connect you to some guys who can do the NFTs, and that will definitely be a good marketing tool as well. What I wanted to ask is, Mariami, to the potential customers or end users of your advisory firm, what advice would you like to give them? Why should they opt for you in opposition to, let's say, your competitors?
So, Tbilisi Legal Advisory is a well-respected law firm that offers a wide range of legal services of its clients. The firm has a team of experienced and knowledgeable lawyers who are dedicated to providing high-quality legal representation to their clients. One of the reasons why clients should opt for Tbilisi Legal Advisory is the firm's focus on client satisfaction. Another reason to consider TLA is the firm's extensive knowledge of local laws and regulations. Another unique feature of Tbilisi Legal Advisory is their presence in the Metaverse. Our future clients can expect professional, efficient, and personalized service from TLA, and they should definitely consider the firm when they are in need of legal assistance.
Absolutely. And the fact that, the service will be accessible for people for anywhere in the world, I definitely do think, it'd be a game changer. Now, it's great that, you are an early adopter and taking the step ahead in comparison to your competitors, but I'm sure that there are some challenges as well. So what are some of the challenges that, your legal advisory firm is facing right now, and how are you planning to overcome them?
So, TLA is currently facing several key challenges, including the downturn in the cryptocurrency market, the general economic situation in Georgia, and lack of legal knowledge among clients. To overcome these challenges, we are offering flexible and customized solutions to meet client-specific needs. Building a strong and reliable team of legal experts who can provide high-quality legal advice and support to clients. and trying to stay up to date with regulatory changes in the crypto and legal industry to ensure compliance and mitigate any potential risks.
Absolutely, and there will be quite a lot of legal challenges, especially going in the next few years, because when Bitcoin and cryptocurrency started, people were not aware about cryptocurrencies or Bitcoin. But right now, if you ask pretty much everyone knows about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. So you're absolutely right that you guys are updated with information, and that is something which you mentioned at the beginning of the podcast as well. That things are changing and you're changing quite often. You definitely need to stay in par with that. So definitely brilliant stuff. Now, in the cryptocurrency industry, the price keeps on fluctuating quite often, and 2022 has been one of the worst years, particularly for the price of cryptocurrencies. The entire notion of cryptocurrencies has got a bad name because of a couple of collapse of FTX exchange and Terra Luna. Now, from a legal point of view, what changes do you expect to see, let's say in the world of cryptocurrency, blockchain, metaverse, and even the whole Web3 realm?
It is difficult to predict specific changes that will take place in the cryptocurrency, blockchain, and metaverse realm for a legal perspective, as laws and regulations in these areas are still evolving and can vary widely by jurisdictions. However, it is likely that governments and regulatory bodies will continue to closely monitor the use and development of these technologies in order to address potential risks such as money laundering, fraud, and market manipulation. Additionally, there may be increased efforts to establish legal frameworks for the use of blockchain in various industries, such as finance and supply chain management. There might be more clarifications and regulations around the metaverse, as it is a new area with a lot of potential, and it will be important to establish guidelines for things like property rights, privacy, and liability, for example. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely correct. Yeah. And one thing which I think is in the metaverse, once the metaverse goes mainstream, I do feel that there might be an industry which is created and exists only in the metaverse. Because if you look at a mobile phone, before the invention of mobile phone, we didn't know what a social media was. But after mobile phone was created, that's when the whole social media took off. I do feel that as and when mainstream adoption of metaverse kicks in, we're going to see probably a new industry that'll be born. That's where your legal expertise will kick in as well, and you might be able to.
Yeah, we are very early stage of this for now. It's not.
Yeah.
It's nothing. It's like a first phone now. This metaverse.
And do you have any recommendations for your fellow business partners or law firm who are from Georgia, who are offering, let's say, cryptocurrency services that you know of, or who offer services in blockchain and metaverse? Do you have any advice for them? And you also need to keep in mind that they might be your competitors as well. So what advice would you have for them?
But competitors are best friends for me because we learn a lot from each other. For everyone who offers services in the cryptocurrency, blockchain, and metaverse space, it is so important to accept new technologies. You will be better positioned to take advantage of new opportunities. Educating and being up to date with challenges in crypto fads will help business understand the current trends in the market and how they can capitalize on them. Focus on corporate social responsibility. Responsibility to be socially responsible. Consider the impact that their action on society. And at the end, I can't help but mention ChatGPT, in the cryptocurrency, the blockchain space. This technology has the potential to revolutionize the way business operates in this space. Don't be afraid to use new challenges to your advantage.
You're absolutely correct. And lately, I've been using ChatGPT a lot. In fact, today what I did was, I used ChatGPT for my daily podcast. There was a report which was roughly around 12 or 13 pages. So I just copy-pasted it, put it on ChatGPT.
Lately, I'm using this a lot because, it's my best friend. I'm asking him, how is it? He's gonna change my, the whole sentence that I want to make it perfect. So
Absolutely.
I want, it becomes my best friend.
I 100% agree, and I think what our listeners should do is they definitely need to use ChatGPT, and what our listeners should do is also listen to what Mariami said, is that as technology evolves, you need to be evolving as well and try to adapt and be in par with what is constantly going on in the market. So definitely beautifully said. Now, from a legal advisory point of view, what are your short-term and long-term ambitions? Do you plan to have any services or business set up in Dubai or UAE?
So my plan is to introduce myself to the world, meet any challenges, and stay one step ahead. Dubai is the place of the future. I will definitely put a lot of effort into making it physically possible to see us in Dubai soon. This is the plan I have to do for sure.
That is absolutely great. And what I really liked is, you're one of the few firms that is already accepting cryptocurrencies, for your services. So I definitely do think, you're definitely in the right direction. And the one question that I wanted to ask, and it'll be really great to get your insight on this. Do you think the metaverse economy will be bigger than the real world economy, let's say, a couple of decades from now? So let's say by the year 2030 or 2040. Do you think the metaverse economy will be much bigger than the real world economy? What are your thoughts on that?
In my opinion, it is possible that the metaverse economy could become larger than the real economy in the future. Factors such as the increasing prevalence of virtual and augmented reality technology, the growing importance of digital currencies and online marketplaces, and the increasing amount of time that people spend in the virtual world could also contribute to the growth of the metaverse economy. However, it is difficult to predict exactly how this will unfold in the next few decades. The metaverse economy is a developing field, and it remains to be seen how it will evolve and interact with the real economy. But in my opinion, the thing is positive. Let's see.
Definitely, I'm definitely hoping by the year 2040, definitely work only in the metaverse, and I wish you nothing but the best because you've definitely taken the lead ahead. I hope you learn quite a lot of things because you're one of the early adopters. So definitely brilliant stuff. Do you want to tell anything else to our listeners about your firm, or anything else that you want to tell our listeners?
So I can say that the project that I started, my business, my career, is like 100% in my life. So I'm trying to stay up to date. TLA will give you the opportunity to be a part of the new industry, have a new experience in the legal field. So if if I'm you, I would try and I would experience in this new opportunity. So if you're planning to come to Georgia or need any legal advice about immigration, financial, or like business law in Georgia, you can contact us directly. Don't be hesitate on it, and we'll be very happy to have a connection with you. I'm free to every opportunity, so if anyone other than a law firm wants to offer or they have an idea, what can we do together or something, I am absolutely free for the new opportunities.
That is absolutely excellent. So what I'll do is, in the show notes below, I'll definitely go ahead and mention all the details as well. Now, one final question that I wanted to ask, which is nothing to do with cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, and blockchain. And this question I ask all of my interviews, rather. What genre music do you like?
Music has a big place in my life. The genre changes depending on my mood or what I'm doing. While I work, I like listen to calm music. While I rest, I like to listen to music that it's related to some memory. But I often choose jazz as my favorite genre.
Oh, excellent. Jazz is absolutely brilliant. I mean, it's definitely tough to play because I'm a drummer. So when you say about jazz music, it becomes extremely tough.
No, I started.
Definitely brilliant stuff.
I started
Mariami,
listening, rock and I don't know, commercial music, the house music or something. But like jazz is my place to be at the end.
that is absolutely brilliant, and that's definitely great. So Mariami, thank you so very much for doing this. Really, really appreciate you taking your time.